it'll go to the Perth Wildcats, with alternating possession going to them. And they get the first crack here in the third quarter. Tovey to Redditch. Original starting five out on the floor. Matthew Knight's off the mark, and Mark Worthington pulls down the board. And, of course, he's got the ability to go the length of the court, and he does. Mark Worthington just doing it all himself.
That's exactly what the Blaze are going to need. Somebody to be able to take a stranglehold on this game from the Blaze, to be able to give the other players confidence, to be able to say, get on, fellas, we're still a chance.
Well, Perth is not the type of team that will lay down. Let's see what they come up with in the second half. Lish trying to get to the rim, draws the contact on Adam Gibson. Their little matchup going there. Gibson, a very good defender, and Lish, a very tough cover. Man, very difficult to try and stay in front of. Can go either way.
And I like the fact he didn't just settle for the jump shot. He really tried to be able to get to the basket as well. The Perth Wildcats are a team, though, that will give you chances at stages because they want to play this up-tempo game. So if the Blaze can find a way to get a couple of stops, get a few easy baskets, get the crowd into it, change their body language a little bit and start to have a little bit of belief, they can still give themselves a chance.
And you're right about Perth. They will launch those threes up. They have no conscience. Petrie gets all the way to the rim, goes up for the jam, and this deceptively big Cam Tovey rejects it.
It's just long. I mean, he can play really any position from 1 to 4, as we see him just throw that out there. Good call. Got some body contact and some arm as well. But he's out of the game now, Cam Tovey, with Brad Robbins coming back into the lineup.
And that's just one of those no easy basket type of plays.
Yeah, good rotation from the weak side, and he's going to make Petrie earn it. And he's already saved his team 1 point, Cam Tovey, for that good hard foul.
That thing took 3 bounces on the rim. It was trying to go in. Makes the adjustment, gets the second one to go. They need stops. Need to get this thing to about 10. Robbins. Good pass to Redditch. Tough shot for him. It's pulled down by Petrie. Gibson will slow it down. De Leon, he's been quiet. Kicks it to Gibson, who's been hot from the corner. He drills it. The guard combination combined, getting the 3-point play.
That's a great set for the Gold Coast Blaze, because De Leon got to use an on-ball screen at the end of their set so he could be aggressive, and then found his teammate to be able to create a shot for somebody else.
Redditch and Worthington get tangled up.
The problem I've seen with De Leon in the past, and it's only been in a couple of games, is that he's tried to use the on-ball too early into the offense, and it's been too much one-on-one for himself. That set was good.
Robbins. Damian Martin looking for the post-up. Lish with a long bomb in rhythm.
Just as the Blaze get it back to 15 points, feel like they're starting to gain a little bit of momentum. Lish just goes whack.
Stephen Hoare misses a mid-range jumper. Here come Perth. Martin tries to find a teammate. Lish has got it up top with Gibson on it. To Redditch. Short gets the roll. He was in Redditch.
He was in 2 minds then, whether he's going to shoot that or just pop it over the top to Matty Knight.
He was, too.
Good touch, though, from Redditch.
De Leon with Martin all over him. Worthington close to the travel. Gibson again from the corner. Extra pass by Petrie. Finds Adam Gibson.
Matty Knight had the right closeout, but he needed to close out harder. He needed to recognize that Gibson's hot so far tonight. He needs to turn him into a penetrator and not a catch-and-shoot player.
Yeah, he was there, wasn't he?
He was right there.
Robbins. This is where he tries to get to the rim. Mark Worthington
And that was pretty good D by
That's very
Wertho.
good D. He bailed him out.
I'm going to say it's even, though, because Wertho's done that to so many opposition players and so many referees where he's got bailed out. That angle, it looked like there was a little bit of contact.
Well, Graham Clark saying that he had his hands down in the replay. It did show that. But again, you know what? I don't like seeing a guy. He was out of control and off balance, and he got bailed out. Only Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and Andrew Gaze get those calls. Loopy pass finds its Mark Gibson, who's been hot. That's straight. That's 3 for 3 outside the three-point line. And he gives it he picks up a foul, just bumping.
Perth need to make an adjustment. They cannot challenge Adam Gibson to be shooting that ball with his feet set. He's proven tonight and over his career that he needs to be respected more than that. I mean, tonight he's 4 from 8 from 3, 8 from 11, sorry, 4 from 6 from 3, 8 from 11 from the field, 22 points.
Sean Redditch picks up a charge. A flop by Petrie, but some good acting. And Adam Gibson with the foul before that. That was his 3rd. Let's hope that's not going to be one that haunts him later in the game, as hot as he is, because foul trouble is about the only thing that's slowing him down.
Oh.
That's clean.
They're saying it's clean. Oh, now he slipped over. Look at this. Oh, no, he was on the side of his shoe. Really tried to turn that angle too much.
It's dusty.
I think the referees are right. I love seeing Adam Gibson with this sort of mindset and this sort of confidence, not second-guessing himself. Ball doesn't even look like missing.
Neville playing with a lot of confidence, and it showed on that one. Look at Damian Martin in there trying to pull down an offensive rebound.
And a foul from Mark Worthington.
Right side.
And that's their 5th foul. There's 6 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and they've got 5 fouls. Every foul from now, the Wildcats are going to be shooting 2. They need to continue to attack the basket and go inside.
And also, that's Mark Worthington's 4th personal foul.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Sub you out. Sub.
Damian Martin's bleeding. He'll have to come out, get that looked after. Wagstaff's in for Sean Redditch, so they'll bring in the man who comes in with his arm half cocked, Drew Williamson.
See, that's not a good foul from Worthington. Knowing he's got 3 fouls himself personally and his importance to the game, not only on the scoring end, but also with the leadership that he needs to be able to provide, you can't give a foul like that.
No. And those are the type of mental errors that people don't understand. That is a huge blow. You know, talk about missing a shot or missing a free throw at the end of the game. But that's just as big. He's going to have to sit down. That's why I was saying Adam Gibson got a little excited after hitting his 3rd three-pointer in a row, and he just shoulder charges Sean Redditch. He's got 3 now instead of 2. As hot as he is, he doesn't want to be hampered with anything.
When the coach gives you the opportunity to play with 3 fouls, you need to understand the responsibility that comes with that when you're one of the franchise players, which Mark Worthington clearly is.
Rob Beveridge he's off the bench. He rarely, look at Neville just grabbed that.
Hudson shot it into his hand. Now, who's going to step up for the Gold Coast Blaze with Worthington out? You would have to think that De Leon needs to be able to understand the importance. And probably somebody like Petrie.
Gibson, he's fouled.
Again, Petrie can't put that much pressure on Brad Robbins from the three-point line. He needs to give himself a little bit of space and to be able to contain him, challenge him, shoot the three-point shot. And again, with that foul, an understanding, as you see, just way too much pressure. That was always going to be a foul from Peach. But knowing that you're in the bonus, and now that sends Brad Robbins to the line to be able to get himself into the game as well.
Did you see after the play, Robbins continues on to try and get the layup just in case there's a continuation, and Hudson continues on making sure he doesn't score. And you know what I like best about that? Brad Robbins, after he got hit pretty good, didn't even look. That's all part of the game to him. Yep. You know, because I don't mind a guy who's physical and they can take it as well.
Yeah, he can certainly do that.
Leon will slow it down.
Perth will feel good about that full court pressure defense because they're able to take time off the clock. Down to 6 seconds now, and Blaze really didn't try and punish him.
They'll get a new 24-second shot clock.
Always a nice feeling defensively when you can get that opportunity to be able to create a steal full court. The opposition brings it down and then throws it back out and tries to run a play.
De Leon gets it to Gibson. Fire. Finally misses one. Petrie can't get the tip. Will Hudson, fourth effort, gets it to go. Will Hudson doing his job, keeping the Gold Coast in striking range.
Rob Beveridge is going to say, Luke Neville, get a rebound, pal. You're 7'2".
Neville finds Williamson. Lish gets it into Neville. Can't get the jump hook to go. Here comes Gibson. This is where Perth trap. They get it to Hudson. He skips it to Golding. Golding trying to find a teammate, throws it out of bounds. Just struggling with his confidence. Can't make the play. Wildcats still on top, 62-48 here in the third.
Hungry Jack's introduces premium choices. To show you how tasty they are, we've added extreme close-ups of our avocado, shot our Swiss cheese in slow motion, and added tricky rim lighting to our zesty tomato relish. Now I'm going to introduce them with my deep, rich voice. Meet the Swiss Avocado Chicken Tender Crisp and the Cheddar Swiss Chicken Tender Crisp. Part of our new Better Tastes menu. Hungry Jack's makes it better.
Robbins, if you can. Give up Robbins. So wherever Robbins at, we rotate off him. All right? If he's a passer, then we're leaving him for the kickback, okay? Do not rotate to him. Nobody rotate to him. Make him a shooter. Keep him off the line for this next segment. There in bonuses, we got to keep him off the line, okay? In our press break, you got to always look up the court. Standing wide open in the corner where we want him. You got to kick that up. That's a 3 for him in the corner. So anytime they run press, look up the court, all right?
Shane, I know you said that the Perth Wildcats had all 10 players on the score sheet, but not only are they on the score sheet, Hires got 2, Knight's got 8, Toby's got 4, Lish has got 10, Robbins 7, Wagstaff 7, Williamson 6, Redditch 6, Neville 7, Damian Martin 5. What a spread.
Incredible. But the right players will step up at the time as well and take the big shots in this second half.
Robbins turns down the jumper just as Joey Wright instructed them on that timeout, and it pays off. They get the stop. Petrie gets it to the middle of the court.
And that's better. That's much better defense from the Gold Coast Blaze, and good instruction from Joey Wright. We clearly heard that they wanted Robbins to be able to do it, and that was the point I was making about Petrie before, because he closed him out too hard and sent him to the line with a bad foul.
Another mental error. But they made the adjustment. A little under 4.5 to go in the third quarter. De Leon with the 3. Be a good time for him to get on a roll. Lead is cut to 11.
Big opportunity for the Gold Coast Blaze now.
steal, and then the Blaze run into one another. Wagstaff throws it off the hands of Luke Neville.
Oh my, I've never seen a 7'2" guy catch a pass like that.
Yeah.
That was a bullet.
Big possession for the Gold Coast Blaze. De Leon, he wants the ball screen. Turns the corner. Gives it to Golding. Golding, 1 second left, can't get it off. He got a foul, though.
Oh!
Foul on Brad Robbins.
That was great defense for 24 seconds from the Perth Wildcats. And Roger Shields has called it as the shot clock expired.
Boy, they don't miss a trick defensively. And often you see players defensively don't understand that the shot clock is winding down, and they've just got to force the player to do something they don't want to do for maybe 2 more seconds.
And Brad Robbins and Lish and Martin certainly know how to do that.
Petrie off the mark with his jumper. Missed opportunity for the Blaze. Can't miss too many with the Wildcats. Neville is inside. Ball was tipped by Hudson. De Leon in traffic is fouled.
And that's a big foul for the Perth Wildcats, because now De Leon is going to the line with an opportunity to be able to cut this deficit to single figures for the first time in a long time.
And an opportunity for him to kind of feel like he's getting involved and getting something going. Him with a little streak of confidence down the stretch is a big deal.
He's coming out of the game. Jason Caddy's at the bench, subbing the shooter. And I was feeling the same thing, Steve. He's made his 3. He started to get himself into the game, get to the free throw line. You want your players feeling good about themselves, and he is a game winner if he gets going. I thought Caddy surely was coming in for Golding, and they were going to go with a smaller lineup because it would be easy for them to play against the Wildcats with a smaller lineup too.
Jason Caddy comes in for him. Play the last 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Lish is trapped. Redditch coughs it up. Caddy gets it to Will Hudson. The Blaze forced the turnover. It was just more of a bobble from Sean Redditch. Let's not give him too much credit.
It was. They were there, and they made something happen, and you've got to be able to make your opportunities, and they did that.
Blaze have fought their way back into this one. The lead is 9. Timeout on the floor, and a game that has been in command of the Perth Wildcats has changed. And once again, the Gold Coast Blaze have come out with a new identity here in the 2nd half. Let's listen in to Joey Wright.
All right, we knock these free throws down. We're still in red, okay? We're still in red. On down there, this group with Neville there. Run some zip. Run some zip this last couple minutes, all right? We're going to pull him away from the basket. Be calculated with your movements. Be calculated with your movements. Look for the UCLA over the top, all right? When we're running it, we set this up. Step, I want to get this screen out higher so we can look for that, okay? This guy on the catch, be careful. Don't let him knock it out on the steal. If it's any pressure, dribble him out. Dribble him out. Okay?
You want to get Neville into the post, so you want to get Neville.
I want to get to the point where we're screening Neville over the top. Okay?
A little more bounce in the step of the timeout of the Gold Coast Blaze. And they've just played better. You know, Perth hasn't been awful. They haven't gone to sleep. They haven't had mental lapses. They've had the Gold Coast Blaze doing what they're capable of doing.
And that's right. And, I mean, the Perth Wildcats haven't shot the ball as well in this quarter, obviously, but, you know, again, the intensity from the Blaze is there. The fact that they are playing full-court defense and trying to force the Perth Wildcats into mistakes. They need to be proactive. The Perth Wildcats won't just hand this game away. The Gold Coast have to go and take it.
Hudson down both free throws.
Back to 7 points, Steve.
Amazing. This is a game that we had hoped for here in the second half. Lish to Redditch. He skips it to Martin. Wagstaff's got a smaller Jason Kadee on his back. Gets it to Knight. From behind is Anthony Petrie.
Good play from Wagstaff, too. Good heads-up play, seeing Matty Knight. The rotation was slow from Petrie on the weak side. Everyone was ready, just a little slow. You can see there in that replay, Petrie had to worry about Redditch on the weak side, but really needed to be able to back up the man that came from the split line.
The foul pays off as Matthew Knight misses the first one. Drills a second one. That flat-looking shot of his. Jason Kadee brings it up against Kevin Lish. Petrie. Golding with a mismatch up top. Draws the contact. Can't get the score.
It's a good take from Goulding, but like we've said, just lacking confidence. Things just not going right for him at the moment, but he just needs to stay with it.
Good patience by the Wildcats. Redditch. His shot comes up short. Back into Knight. To Lish. Lish creates a little space for himself with a little pump fake.
That's just pretty. He just used his off foot, had that pivot, really got Kadee off him, step back, whack. We were right behind it. It was never going to miss.
Yeah, just a little fake rip through, and you have to honor the boy. He can get to the rim.
And Kadee did everything he could.
Petrie with the long ones off the mark, and the Wildcats get the stop. Redditch, it's all the way to the rim, and Petrie gets the block shot.
And that's what they do to you. The Perth Wildcats are out by 11 again. After the deficit came back to 7, with Redditch going to the line, Petrie got out of his stance, good up fake from Redditch, and then he pulled through.
And they can all do that. And Wagstaff, Knight.
Again, I just feel like Petrie was too exuberant on the defense, got out of his stance, needed to be able to step back a little bit and challenge Redditch to be able to beat him from the three-point line.
Redditch misses the free throw. They have struggled from the line. They're only 11 of 19 as Redditch gets the second one to go.
Run if you want.
Lead is 11 for the Perth Wildcats, who have consolidated and done as they've done the whole game, start to come up with the answers in the key parts of the game.
Now remember, on our transition, we're coming down, maybe we screen here, but we want to cross it over here. So bring it back this way, have a look at this. Right now, let's go to horn set. Okay, right now they're playing really, really tight here, so we got some rip-throughs. So right now, Shawnee, Matty, let's make the pass to here. You look at your rip-through there, Sean. Okay, if it's not there, hang on out. If it's not, not yet. If it's not there, Matty, you dive that hard right there. This guy left, so we might get this here. Okay, so for the first thing's a rip through. If it's not there, okay, you're diving hard. You left out of the corner. Let's see if we can get inside. Hey, we just got to make our foul shots, boys. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Hey, make the foul shots when we're there.
That's it. You heard it. Rob Beveridge telling his guys to just make their foul shots, just finish the game off. Goodness, we got another quarter. This game is starting to get good. Kadee, you never get the feeling that pressure bothers him.
Nah. Said before, he looks like he's just floating when he just gets the ball up the court to get it to any position on the court that he needs to. Love to see him in more on-ball screens.
Really on with a tough three. Whoa! Bang!
Where did that come from?
Leon. the type of shot you shoot when you're on fire. Wagstaff with the answering three comes up short.
And there.
Lish. Blaze dodge a bullet there. Lish just caught that thing like he would never miss it. De Leon tries to get to the rim. He comes up short. Lish gets to the rim. Garlick comes down with the board. Man, I'm getting dizzy as fast as this game is going the last minute. Leon gives it up. I thought he was going to shoot that. Kadeem. Golding for three. Off the mark.
He stabbed at it again. You know, a player without confidence really just doesn't hold their follow through. They shoot it, bring the hand back quick.
De Leon will wait for the last shot for the Blaze. He's got Lish on him. Creates some space for three. That's an air ball.
Low percentage play for the Blaze to finish this quarter. Really need to be able to get to the lane and open it up for a teammate.
Lish. A little contact, thought he was trying to get to a shooting spot.